Hi, once again, welcome to your channel, The Thunder Thoughts. Today, we are going to discuss the roles and responsibilities of employee during work from home. In my previous video, we talked about managing a remote workforce. In this video, we talked about the roles and responsibilities of the organization. We talked about the responsibility of the manager. We talked about responsibility of human resources. We talked about 10 key practices of organization and managers. We talked about issues and challenges faced by employees. We spoke in length how we as an industry leaders ensure that our employees are comfortably placed and have adequate support to perform their jobs. We talked about being more flexible to employees and give them adequate space to perform their jobs. Having said all these and practice all these, the employees too has roles and responsibility towards the organization and towards the manager while working from home. Let's check them out. As an employee, tell me if you practice them and which one you think should be discussed more. Please send me your comments. Please do subscribe to this channel and press the bell icon. So in this video, we are going to talk about specified work time, agree upon a break timing, employees availability, keeping managers appraised in case of emergency. What happens? Uh, get the manager engaged, live the value of the organization, and establish and maintain trust uh, of your manager, your stakeholder, your client, and your colleagues and teammates. Let's talk about specified work time. An employee must come to an agreement with the manager on a login and a logout time and try to adhere as much as possible. Now, this is very important as the expectations of the manager and the employee should meet. It should not be the case that the manager is looking out for the employee and the employee is not available. At times, the manager is questioned by the customer or the stakeholders about the availability of the employee they were working with. The manager must be in a position to answer this at the drop of a hat. There are certain times when the manager requires to set up some ad hoc discussions with stakeholders and wants to loop in his employee. Hence, the manager should be well aware of the employee's availability. It is of utmost importance that the employee is available most of the required shift time and keeping in mind some overlap timing with his or her manager. This will smoothen the communication. Managing break timing is of utmost importance. There should be an understanding between the manager and the team that at what time the individual will not be available and for approximately how long. Now this will help the team and the manager to plan the meetings. Also, in most of the scheduled meetings, the recurring calendar invite should be sent to block the calendar when in time. This will also enable the work-life balance of the employee as these days due to COVID-19 pandemic, we are working from home. So as an employee, we may have the liberty to have lunch or a dinner with our family members. Agreeing the break time will ensure that unless critically required, the employee is not disturbed in his wanted free hours. This will reduce stress and give immense relaxation to the employee, inculcating the work-life balance. Employee availability. Now, this is of utmost importance. An employee should be available and show up as green, that is available 75% of his work time. She must show up as green in all the required platforms of the organization's communication channel from where he or she can be contacted. This will give enough confidence to the manager that the team is available and to the stakeholders and the client that the person is reachable most of the time. In case the employee need to go off work for more than an hour or so, then she should update the status of in the communication channel and update the key stakeholders and managers of uh, unavailability. Now let's see how to keep your manager appraised. It is not only the responsibility of the manager to get updates from the employees. In fact, it is more a responsibility of an employee to provide the update to the manager on a scheduled basis. If there is a critical project going on, then it is always a good idea to update your manager on a daily basis, end of the day, over an email. It is not necessary to book a slot with your manager or your stakeholder, but it is important to send them the project update over an email clearly written in bullet points, highlighting the success as well as the roadblocks. Once a week, meeting will be highly appreciated by the stakeholder or the manager. You can book a 30 to 45-minute slot and discuss the update and the way forward of your projects. Now let's see what happens in case of an emergency or an employee shifting his location in this pandemic environment. Well, in this case, the responsibility of an employee is to update the manager with emergency contact number and the name of the contact person. In case of changing location or shifting house, the employee should appraise manager of the new address. Also during this phase, the employee must give all the latest update to the backup person, looping in the client and the manager. The employee should start sending email copying the backup person who can smoothly pick up the work in employee's absence just in case it is required. Now let's see how to get the manager and the stakeholder engaged. These days, while working from home, employees unknowingly start working in isolation because they are not physically meeting any person in this pandemic and working from home. They are not interacting directly with the person, physical with the physical presence. So slowly, and they some of them starts getting into an isolation mode. But the employee needs to be mindful of the fact that he is or she is not the only one working. She or he needs to collaborate adequately with all the stakeholders, clients, managers, and with his or her teammates. On a monthly basis, it's the responsibility of the employee to discuss performance with manager. The discussion should be on key achievements, roadblock, what to start, what to stop, what to continue. Should discuss on individual goals and alignment with the organizational goals. It is employee's responsibility to keep the manager engaged. Now we will speak upon the most, I repeat three times, important topic, that is trust. Employees rely on their manager for career development and guidance on how to improve their skills. One of the elements of a successful employee manager relationship is trust. When the sense of trust is strong between an employee and the manager, it adds efficiency to other elements of productivity. Understand your manager. Recognize his or her efforts to manage the team and the stakeholder. Employee needs to be cognizant of the fact that even the manager is working from home and may have be having similar issues and challenges as the employee has. Talk to your manager a bit more frequently. You can talk on anything, even the non-related topics too. Be honest, be supportive, listen actively. Don't say no in the first go. Analyze and then speak. Be consistent. Model the behavior you seek. Build accountability. When there is trust, everything else will fall in place for sure. Hope you like this small video, and thank you for watching. Please do keep your suggestions and comments pouring in. And if you really like this content, then please press the like button. Request you to subscribe this channel and press the bell icon too. So be safe, be healthy, enjoy every moment of life. God bless. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.